like that emergent ability that, and I don't think we've gotten to the point where we can
perceive what those are.
Or intuitively,
it's like a new color.
Intuitively know what exactly we need to do in order for the models to have that spatial awareness or that other kind of ability. Now, we can program that by having segmentation models and having distance calculations and then coming up with some mathematical heuristics through which we can claim that we've achieved that capability. But I would argue that the way we learn is not exactly the way we teach the machines how to do that, right? So there's definitely a lot more research, and we may stumble upon, we may basically strike luck and then find out that other kinds of scaling mechanisms, or the way it works in physics today is that you have smaller systems, you have a simple interaction mode like magnetization or just collision analysis or the different forces that we're working with, about 4 of them. And so the way that happens then now is that you need to associate that response to basically a source of truth, right? What is truth?
Yeah.
What is truth? What is reality? And that's another thing where another reason why you probably want to contain and contextualize that use case, so to say, down to a source of truth, right? Give me Dr. Blah that works at Johns Hopkins, then you need to probably have a database of all the doctors that work in that hospital, and make sure that after you get the name of a doctor, because the model will give you that, you check that against that database. And if that person doesn't exist, or you can say, fill this specific spot off of the list of names out of the database, and constrain. So
that's why Bard now has that Google button where you can ask a question and then you can double check it.
That's another context. That's another mechanism for that. But that's not exactly why it has that button. Just to land on the concept of hallucination. So it was named hallucination because it could give you some answers that seem real but are not necessarily real. But this is a normal functioning mode of these technologies. The reason it took us a while to release BART, for example, was not because, we invented the transformers. So we've known how to do this thing for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's all of the additional set of technologies that we had to build and principles that we had to really build around the behaviors of the model that really get us to, one, the requirements of building additional technologies. And then 2, the challenge around making these technologies deterministic in the sense that you always want a specific answer. So you have to do a lot more evaluations. You have to do a lot more checks and balances. You have to add a number of metrics. Like, is this model answering a question when it doesn't know the answer?